What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, it's a great day. And the reason it's a great day is because we know the entire Riftbound set. All the Riftbound cards have gone and been shown off, and that means that we can talk about every single champion unit which is coming. The champions are the big guys, they're not the legends. Remember, the legends are what you build around, but your champions are going to be making a big difference as you go through the game. So I thought it would be a good idea to have a little sit down and have a chat about every champion. With reveal season having finished, it seems like an excellent time to do so. And we will go in set order. That seems to be the right way to go. So we'll start off with your Fury champion units, and we'll start off with Darius Trifarian. And what we got here is your energy cost of 5, power cost of 1, we got a might of 5, and when you play your second card in a turn, you get +2 might and get readied. Extra might, readying, yes, sounds like a plan. By the way, where there is an alternate art, I will make sure it's up on the screen with it. Where there isn't, I won't put it up there, but you'll know there isn't one because it won't be up there. Draven Showboat, again, has an energy cost of 5, power cost of 1. Only 3 might here naturally, but it is increased by your number of points, so the later you get in the game, the closer you are to winning, the bigger this dude gets. Jinx Demolitionist, we've got an energy cost of 3, power cost of 1, 4 might. We got Accelerate, so you can pay 1 as an additional cost to have her entered ready. That's a good thing. And Assault 2, so you gain 2 might when attacking. If it sounds a bit too good, it might when you play Discard 2. This is a very powerful champion unit, so there has to be a downside. Sorry about that. We've then got Tryndamere. I'm sorry for the pronunciation of some of these. I'm going to work on it. The Barbarian, big dude here. Energy cost of 7, power cost of 2, might of 8. And when you conquer after an attack, if you assign 5 or more excess damage to enemy units, score a point. That is damage in excess of what is actually needed to take. Well, here's the deal. Extra points. Points means prizes, or in this case, winning the game. Getting points without actually having to conquer is a huge deal. Seriously, extra points are massive. We've got Vayne Hunter. Energy cost of 4, power cost of 1, might of 2, and we got Assault 3. And if an opponent controls the battlefield, you enter ready. And when you conquer, you can pay 1 to return me to the owner's hand. The thing is, Assault 3 gives +3 might when attacking, so you kind of want to play from the hand a bunch, have a nice attack, get out of dodge. This works nicely. Now, Vi is a 2 cost. By the way, if they don't have a power cost of 1, I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm only going to mention when they got a power cost of more than 1. So we've got a cost of 2 here, might of 3, and ganking. Oh yeah, but then you can also recycle 1 from your trash and give an extra might for the turn, which sounds like a bit of a bonus. Now, Kaiser Survivor is a 4 cost, no power cost here, 4 might, and you have Accelerate, and when you conquer, draw a card. Drawing a card is good. I like drawing cards. Drawing cards makes me happy. We've then got Volibear, who comes in as a 10 cost, with a power cost of 2, but a might of 9, deflect 2, making it very difficult to be chosen with a spell or ability. And when you attack, you deal 5 damage, split among any number of enemy units here. Takes a while to get out, but a big boy when you're here. Moving over into Calm Runes here. We've got Ari here, 5 cost, 4 might, and when I hold, you score a point. And I made this point a second ago, but let me say it again. Extra points outside of the usual scoring system, that's how you win games. Any skill that gives you extra points is huge. We've got Blitzcrank in passive, 5 cost, 5 might. You've got Tank, which says you have to be assigned combat damage first. Great for protecting your other units. When you play me to a battlefield, you may move an enemy unit to here, get them out of the way, or, know they're going to go down. Either way, that's good. And when I hold, return me to my owner's hand. Cool. Although that last one seems like it could go wrong, because this isn't one you necessarily want to be throwing down all the time. But then again, coming back to the hand and healing doesn't sound like the worst thing ever. Caitlyn patrolling is a free cost, free might. I must be assigned combat damage last, so whatever the opposite of tank is, it's this. And you can exhaust and you deal damage equal to my might to a unit at a battlefield, but you can only use it while you're at a battlefield. Now Sona here, harmonious, 4 cost, 4 might. While I'm at a battlefield, ready 4 friendly runes at the end of your turn. Yes, that seems incredibly powerful. Taric Protector is a 4 cost, 4 might. You've got shield, gives +1 while defending, and tank. And other friendly units here have shield. Basically, if you want protection, that's your dude. Yasuo is a 6 cost, 6 might, but you do have a power cost of 2 here. So this is one you've really got to think twice about actually getting rolling. Bit more awkward. But when I attack, deal damage equal to my might to an enemy unit here. When you're starting off with 6 might, if you're not buffed up in any other way, so potentially taking out one of your enemies before you've even got going seems pretty strong. Lee Sin Ascetic here. 5 cost, 5 might. You've got shield. And you can exhaust a buff. That gives you +1 might. And I can have any number of buffs. Usual rule, buffs are limited to 1 per unit. Not the case here. Leona Zealot. 6 cost, 6 might. If an opponent's score is within 3 points of the victory score, enter play ready. Late in the game, this is going to be huge. And stunned enemy units have -8 might, but only to a minimum of 1. So you play this with some cards that stun, it gets very, very strong. Moving over into mind runes here, we have Dr. Mundo, 8 cost, 6 might, and a power cost of 2. But my might is increased by the number of cards in your trash. That can build up fast. That can get ridiculous. But at the beginning of your beginning phase, you recycle 3 cards from your trash, which is how it gets kept in check. But if you can discard aggressively enough, this can get redonkulous. Echo Recurrent, 5 cost, 5 might. You've got Accelerate. And Death Knell says, recycle me to ready your runes. When you die, you get the effect. That's what Death Knell means. But readying all your runes, that sounds good. Heimerdinger is 3 cost, 3 might. And I have all the exhaust abilities of all friendly legends, units, and gear. Basically gives you an option to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever different skills and choose the best one for the moment. Sounds good. Kaiser Revolutionary here has ganking, letting you move from battlefield to battlefield. 6 cost, 6 might. And when I conquer, you may play a spell from your trash with an energy cost less than your points for free, and then recycle it. You still have to pay the power cost, incidentally, but the energy cost, well, you're good. Now, yet late enough in the game, that sounds kind of good to me. Just putting that out there, ladies and gentlemen, that sounds pretty good. Malzahar, the Void, Fanatic. We've got 4 cost, 3 might, kill a friendly unit or gear, exhaust, action, add 2 runes. Oh. Yeah, that's going to come in handy at times, I think. That sounds like the kind of thing that could be good. Victor Innovator, 4 cost, 3 might, and when you play a card on an opponent's turn, you get to play a 1 might recruit token to your base. We've got Ari Inquisitive, 3 cost, 3 might, and when you attack or defend, give an enemy unit -2 might this turn, but down to a minimum of 1 might. They can't actually go any lower than that. Now, Teemo Strategist, 2 cost, 2 might, hidden. And when I defend or I'm played from hidden, reveal the top 5 cards of your main deck and deal 1 to an enemy unit here for each card with hidden, and then recycle them. Basically, if you're willing to play enough hidden cards in your deck, this gets dumb. Now, over in Body Runes, we start off having a little bit of a look at Anivia Primal, 7 cost, 8 might, but we do have a power cost of 2 here. When I attack, deal 3 to all enemy units here. Now, this is another one of those where it is expensive, I grant you, but 3 damage to everything, that's ridiculous. I'm just saying that one looks like it could be awesome. Lee Sin is a 6 cost 6 might, no power cost here, always a bonus. And we got Accelerate, and other buffed friendly units at my battlefield have +2 might. Get enough buffs, it gets redonkulous. Kiana, 4 cost 4 might, power cost of 1 as normal. And we've got Deflect, making it harder to choose from a spell or ability. And when you conquer, you either draw 1 or channel 1 rune exhausted. Drawing is good, channeling runes is good. Udia Wildman, now we got 6 cost 6 might. Spend my buff and choose one you've not chosen this turn, so you need to buff and then spend it. But you deal 2 damage to a unit at a battlefield, stun a unit at a battlefield, ready him or give ganking. All of those are particularly good. That's a good thing. Now, Volibear imposing 12 cost, 2 power cost. I've shown you enough champion units by now that you know this is huge. Shield free with your 10 might is absurd. And tank, meaning it could well soak up all the damage. And when an opponent moves to a battlefield other than mine, draw 1. Yeah, this is a ridiculous draw engine and an absurd tank. But it's a 12 cost of a power cost of 2, so you have been warned. Warwick Hunter, 6 cost 5 might, enters play ready. And when I attack, kill all damaged units here. There are cards that will damage everything. I've already shown you a couple. Yeah, that adds up. Misfortune Captain, 5 cost 5 might with Accelerate and ganking. And the first time you move each turn, ready something else that's exhausted. And it says something else. It could be unit, gear, whatever it might be. That's kind of nice. Set Brawler is 5 cost 4 might. When I'm played and when I conquer, buff me. And you can spend the buff to get +4 might. Oh. Yeah, so you keep buffing and spending it in order to go up to an 8 might character, unit. But you also keep buffing yourself, which kind of helps a lot. Moving over into Chaos Runes here, we have got ourselves Kane Unleashed, 6 cost 6 might with ganking, and if I've moved twice this turn, I don't take no damage. Yeah, again, that just seems pretty good. Cogmore Caustic, 3 cost only 1 might, but it's got a death now that deals 4 to all units at my battlefield. It says all units, it does not say enemy units. It says all units. So basically, you drop this into a battlefield, hoping it takes out everything, or at least your opponents. We have another Misfortune, Buccaneer, 4 cost 4 might. You can play me to an open battlefield, yes. Friendly units may be played to open battlefields. It's a game where you're trying to take over battlefields and hold them to win the game, so a champion unit which is allowing you to get battlefields more easily is a good thing. Nocturne Horrifying, it's horrifying, 4 cost 4 might with ganking, and when you look at cards on the top of your deck and see me, you can play me for 1. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Again, assuming that you are playing a bunch of cards and let you look at the top of your deck. Now, Teemo Scout, very small, 2 cost 1 might, no power cost, and you've got Hidden, and when you play, you get +3 might for the turn. So hide, come out as a 4 might, that'll do for now. Plus, come on, the alternate art of this card might be the best art in the set, and I say this liking a lot of the art in the set. Oh my word. Twisted Fate, Gambler, 4 cost 4 might, no power cost. When I attack, reveal the top rune of your rune deck and then recycle it. And then, depending on what kind of rune it is, you either deal 2 damage to an enemy unit here, and 1 to all other enemy units, draw 1, or stun an enemy unit. If you're building a deck and you're really serious about getting this to work, obviously you can build your rune deck in such a way as to change the odds of hitting all of these and make it a bit better. Jinx Rebel, yeah, obviously Jinx is getting more than 1 champion unit, come on. 5 cost, 5 might, and when you discard 1 or more cards, ready me and give me +1 might this turn. this is a good thing. Yasuo Wind Rider, yeah, there are some favourites. Yasuo's one of them, so is Jinx, obviously. 5 cost, 4 might, and you got ganking. The third time you move in a turn, score a point. Again, we've seen a few here that can score extra points. They're going to be awkward to get rolling, but if you can get them rolling, it makes such a difference. And then finally, we've got Order Rune here, the final of the 6 runes. And with Order Rune, what we've got is Flora Victorious, 4 cost, 4 might, no power cost. And while I'm mighty, I have Deflect, ganking, and shield. Mighty means you got 5 or more might, so even like a single buff would put this up to 5, and then you get Deflect and ganking and shield. This is a very good thing. We've got Karma Channeler, 6 cost, 6 might with Vision. When you play me, look at the top card of your main deck, you may recycle it. And when you recycle 1 or more cards, which is going to happen when you play, buff a friendly unit. Yeah, we talked about buffs. Buffs are good. Karthus Eternal, 3 cost, 3 might. Your Death Knell effects trigger an additional time. I've already shown you about a few Death Knell skills in this video. So now imagine they go more than once. That's pretty good. Leona Determined, 4 cost, 4 might. You got shield. And when I attack, stun an enemy unit here. Love it. Stunning's brilliant. The more you can do it, frankly, the better. Set Kingpin is a 4 cost, 5 might with tank. And you get +1 might for each buffed friendly unit at my battlefield. Again, you got to jump through a couple of hoops. But if you can buff enough here, oh, this is gonna make a difference. Shen Kinko here, 3 cost, 3 might, reaction, shield 2, and tank. Lot of stuff coming out nicely. We've then got Darius Executioner, 6 cost, 6 might with Legion. Legion is when you play me, ready me, but only if you've played another card this turn. So Legion is where you played another card this turn, and then the Legion effect is ready. And other friendly units get +1 might here. So you are buffing, not literally buffing, you're not actually giving them a buff, but you are giving them +1 might. And then finally, Victor Leader, 4 cost, 4 might. When another non-recruit unit you control dies, play a 1 cost recruit unit token into your base. Yeah, if you get enough of these, those recruit tokens are absolutely going to make a difference. The other day, I showed you all of the legends. I'll link that video in the description, because I could show you all of the legends. I've been holding off showing you all the champions because we didn't have the full list. Now we do, and I've shown you them all. So now it's over to you guys. What are you liking the look of? What do you think is going to be great? And with the new YouTube algorithm, likes and comments mean so much more than they did before. So if everyone can just leave a little comment telling me which champion units they're looking forward to, it would make a huge difference. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then the usual deal, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell me how hyped you are for Riftbound. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.